Good morning. Just going to share this with my profile. Alrighty. Share. On my timeline. Hello, who's on? Alrighty, let's just introverts. Alrighty, so today I want to talk to you about those of us that are high functioning introverts. Now, I'm not sure if you know what this means or not. I've known about this for a few years now, but it was a bit of a shock to me to put a name. It was actually a relief to put a name to what I feel a lot of the time, which is probably, in a word, antisocial. So for those of you who have to really force yourself to go out and be social, or when basically you'd just rather be left alone, you'd rather be in your own little world in your office and just stay there, do your own thing, and you're really quite happy in your own company. If that's you, then that's me too. And it took quite a few years to work out that it's actually okay, because it's really kind of confusing, because you think, well, I'm not shy. Like, I can stand in front of a room of 1,000 people and get up and don't have a problem with it. And I can go to a cocktail party and hang out with people and always have great conversations and all the rest of it. But I am inherently not the sort of person who likes to put myself forward in that way. I'm on social media all the time, so people think I'm quite confident and outgoing and all those things. And I am a confident person, and I wouldn't really say I'm outgoing, but I've got a message that I want to share, and there are things that I know that my community needs to hear from me to help them to move things to the next level for them. So I get out of my own way and I show up. And showing up every day on social media feels normal for me now, because I've been doing it for such a long time. But sometimes even now, it's still a real challenge to, turn the camera on and put myself in front of, the internet basically. And there are days when I post a lot of content. So I'll do this live, then I'm going to go in my secret coaches business group. I'll go live in there. Other days I'm live in my leveraged entrepreneur community. And then obviously I'm chatting with clients, and then there's the writing and the emails backwards and forwards and things like that. And it can leave me really quite exhausted. So I start early in the day, and then by the time by a bit after lunch, I'm usually done. I've poured out so much of myself into putting myself out there. And I guess but it doesn't stop me from doing it, and it shouldn't stop you from doing it either. But if you feel like you're shy, or it's really difficult for you to be amongst people or out and putting yourself out there as such, just know that so many of the entrepreneurs that you see that are out and about and doing their thing and showing up live every day are introverts. It's just that we let the things that we need to do in the world be more important than just, sitting in our office and not having contact with anybody, because that's the easiest thing. I mean, for me, I'm happiest when I've got my head down and I'm creating funnels and creating program ideas and putting together sales pages and helping my clients build stuff like that out. That's when I'm at my happiest. But I'm also happy when I'm running a live program and the interaction is there, and I can see people are really getting a lot out of the information that I'm sharing. That really floats my boat. And so I remember those good feelings. I remember how good it feels to show up and have people be impacted by the things that I've got to say and the information that I've got to share. But it means that we have to manage our time. But the reason I came on today really is last night I went to an event to catch up with, I'm an alumni for a program called KPI, which was developed by an amazing entrepreneur called Daniel Priestley. Look him up, buy his books, he's amazing. And it's a great community. I've been a part of that community since 2012, I think I went for the information evening, and we started in 2013. And so, they've been a part of my world for a long time, but I don't often go to the events. And it takes a lot for me to actually get myself ready, not like physically, but to really energetically feel like, okay, I really want to do this and actually go through it. You know, the meme that we see on Facebook all the time, which is, I need more friends who want to invite me out, but know that I'm not going to turn up. It's kind of that thing. It's like you make the commitment. It's like, oh, do I really want to go? And all week I really had to talk myself into it, because it would be easier and more comfortable for me not to show up and just to, stay at home and hang out with Dave and not make the physical effort of getting up, catching an Uber, going into the city, hanging around with people. Not everybody I know, because it was a catch up where people from all the different KPIs that have been running since 2011, I think. There was a guy that I met there who was from the very first KPI program. I did the fourth one. And so, but I'm so glad I went, and that's really why I came on. And I caught up with a friend of mine who was on the program with me. His name's Ziggy, and we laughed so much and we had such a great time, and I connected with so many great people, and there'll be lots of coffee dates in the next couple of weeks and all the rest of it. And it just reminded me how, if anything holds us back as a high performing, high functioning introvert, it is the not making the effort to go and hang out with other people and be in the energy of other people, and to have those sorts of conversations that you can only have face to face. And so I'm making I'm making a concerted effort now. I'm going to go through the calendar. I'm going to have a look at what events are coming up there, and in other organizations that I used to network a lot when I needed to. In the early days of building my business, I used to network a lot. And these days I just rely a lot on the content that I put out there for people to come to me and, ask me to present or to coach them and things like that. So I don't have to physically leave my office and go and hang around with people to pick up clients. So I've got very complacent with that, and I haven't been going to any of those things. But as I said, there's nothing that really beats those awesome, juicy conversations with your peers and people that you haven't met before, and you get to explain what your business is about, and you get to fall in love with it again, and you hear what other people are doing and be inspired by that. And while physically it's and mentally it's a bit of a drain to think about having to go and do those things, if you're outgoing and an extrovert, you won't even know what I'm talking about, and you're like, it's not that hard, is it? You just, I don't know, get dressed and you go. But for those of us who really would prefer our own company, most of the time it's a real challenge, and it's something that you really have to talk yourself into. And as I said, I spent all week talking myself into it. I'm glad I went. So if you are one of those people who is relying on the online space, and you're not putting yourself out there, and going to networking events and social, it wasn't so much a networking event, it was just a social catch up with peers. And if you're not doing that stuff, just really challenge yourself to get out and do it, because every time I do, it's like, what was I worried about? It's always fun. I always have a good time. And so just go do that. And if you are not even putting yourself out there online because you feel like shy is probably not the right word, but I guess that's the closest one I can come up with to describe it, really, even though I'm not a shy person at all, like not even a little bit. But really get over that, get out of your own way when it comes to showing up online, and just commit to doing something every day for the next week even. And when you get into the habit of practicing something on a daily basis, it gets easier. I remember when I first started going Facebook Live, I would go live and then maybe not for a week again, and then I had to talk myself into it again, and it all got pretty, it was like this push-pull thing the whole time. And then I made a commitment to my community online that I was going to show up every single day and do 30 days. And that changed everything for me. I just kept going for like 18 months, I think. So when it was a struggle to go live once a week, once I made the commitment, I was going live every single day for a month. It just became habit and it became easy. And the content was always there because all day, every day, I was thinking about what I was going to talk about the next day on my live stream. So if you're really challenged with showing up, make a commitment like that to your community and to yourself, and just throw yourself into it and see how you go. It will get easier. You might think, how can I, what if I don't have content after the 5th day or whatever? It works itself out. Like I said, the more you do it, the more the content comes to you easily. And I think actually the first one that I did was 30 blogs in 30 days. And then I did 30 live streams in 30 days. And then I can't remember what I did after that. But I just really pushed myself to be more out there. And it was a game changer for me. It exploded my business. And it just made me stop having that push-pull with putting content out there, because I just did it every day. Just showed up every day and it was easy. Anyway, I hope that helps. It kind of went a bit everywhere, and it seemed to be a little bit more about me than it was about you guys, but I hope you get what I'm talking about. If you are one of those high-functioning introverts and you tend to avoid putting yourself out there, you tend to avoid being around other people in networking situations, just challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Make it a daily habit, the showing up, and then it does become easier and it just becomes part of what you do. And you'll look back 30 days after making a commitment like that, and then you will think, oh, okay, I can't believe I made it such a big deal. Anyway, that's it, guys. Now, if you're a coach and you aren't in my Secret Coaches Business group, then make sure that you get in there. So it's Secret Coaches Business. You'll find the links on my pages. If you're on my official page, it's there. If you're on my profile, you'll see it there. Just click through the banner images and it'll come up. But next, on the 23rd, I've got a free program starting. It is called Create Your First Online Program. So if you've had the idea for an online program and you've been putting it off, I'm going to show you how you can do that in 5 days. Now, this isn't about having a launch. This is about developing the online program and getting it ready to launch. So if you've got the idea for a program and you've been putting it off and procrastinating about it, then get yourself signed up. If you go to michellehext.com/program, you'll be able to sign up. But the links are on my banners. So if you're on my profile, it's on my banner. If you're on my business page, it's on the banner. Click on the banner, you'll see the link sitting there. But that is going to be a 5-day program. Every single day, I'm going to show you all the different steps that you need to take to be able to launch an online program. And the best part is you don't need to spend a cent to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it without it costing you any money. So if that sounds like you and you want to be a part of that, get yourself signed up, and I'll pop the link in so that you can see it. But yeah, that's it. I'm going. I've got to go live in my Secret Coaches Business group now. I'm going to talk to them about, I think today I'm going to be talking to them about discovery calls. So in that group, I've been offering a lot of really valuable information and stuff that I normally charge for. But I'm really loving the work that I'm doing with coaches in that group and really helping them to be more confident coaches. And also, a more confident coach is always going to be a more successful coach. If you're really confident in your ability to coach people and get a result for people, and you don't feel drained and stressed about the sessions that you're doing with your clients, then you open the door to be successful in your coaching business. So I'm all about that. So if you need that sort of support, head into the group. It's Facebook/groups, I think it is, then Secret Coaches Business, but you'll find the links and I'll put them in now. Anyway, have a great day. I am off to do some shopping, and then I'm going to build out a sales page, and then I'm going to go meet my girlfriend for lunch, which is going to be awesome. And then that's going to be tools down for me because it's Friday here in Australia. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.